Post to post, so they had to come back in, red flag. So the minis that are out now, the patch tire equipment junior minis will be racing in a minute. They had to do 3 laps behind the safety car, the BMW Ireland safety car, and they'll be starting the grid from their championship positions. Everybody else got a shortened qualifying, but a lot of championships in the balance today, a lot of excitement, a lot of calculators being used, permutations, combinations, parachute entries into championships. There is going to be a lot of excitement at Mondello Park today, mark my words. Fiesta Zetec in the balance. Alex Denning has come in, the GT4 European racer, former Fiesta ST champion here and current rookie mini challenge racer from the UK, and he's stuck it on pole in the Graham Call for Autos car in Fiesta Zetecs. That's the Siltec safety class. Fiesta STs just out there now qualifying. Say Supercup in the balance as well. Shane Murphy looking for another title, but it's not going to be easy. Eddie Peterson, I think, has put the car on pole position there, and he's in with a shout as well. So all day long, Formula Boss Ireland are here. Incredibly, Sylvie Mullins went round here in 46 seconds yesterday. I never thought I'd see a 47-second lap round Mondello. Never mind 46 seconds. So incredible stuff. And the pace has been really good. The cold weather helps it. It always has done at Mondello Park. You get really cold weather, you'll get really quick lap times. So we're about to go racing. Timing.ie have supplied me with a list of lap records, which I think I'm probably going to need today. I'd say we might see a lap record or 2 fall here at Mondello Park. Meanwhile, I'm going to head back inside and commentate on this because it's almost time for the junior minis to take the track. So Junior Minis on the grid, sponsored by Patch Tire Equipment, the Clane-based tire equipment specialist. And away they go. Bobby Joe McFall makes a great start. Logan Hoey doesn't quite match him. Holly Dunyan with a belter of a start. Watch out for Jack Files coming through from the back in the beautiful Golf livery car as they charge down towards turn 1. Oh, and Logan Hoey so late on the brakes, almost gets around the outside, doesn't quite do it. Watch out for Holly Dunyan in the Energia car. Files up 3 places, gets a little bit of help, almost goes around, but he holds onto it. The clue is in the surname there. No problem with car control for young Files. He gets it back and they head through Campion Corner and out towards turn 3. And already Logan Hoy beginning to pour the pressure onto the leader. It's Bobby Joe McFall, Logan Hoy, Holly Dunyan, Adam McNamara, Jack Files, Kyle Irvine, Darcy Kilfeather and Ben O'Malley. I think the order as they head out of there. Top 3 beginning to make a break. Irvine 4th, Files up to 5th place. This is good stuff. But watch out for Logan Hoy, the Dundalk man. He's gone really well since his late entry to this championship. So been all about these two in the last few rounds. Holly Dunyan mixes it with them early on, but her tyres were going off in the last few rounds. She was dropping back slightly, but she's a great racer, very good in traffic, Holly Dunyan. She had a successful karting career before she came here. Hoy has a look up the inside, doesn't rattle McFall at all, but they're both very, very close as they come out. 1600cc, these minis, 120 brake horsepower, very closely policed. They all have the same championship map on them from ProTune. And they can download the maps at any time after qualifying, after a race. Files looking at Irvine now. Files looks like he's got a bit of pace here. He goes to the outside. Irvine on the inside, not giving much room. Files having to back out of that one. Good racing for 4th place. Darcy Kilfeather having a look around the outside. Darcy's improved really well this year. She's come from a non-motorsporting background, no experience at all in that beautifully turned out car. O'Brien Motorsport running that one. And she started to go very quick, very smooth driver as well. But she's having a go now at McNamara. I think that was as they went down into turn 1. 2 leaders now out of turn 3. First ever Irish Championship to have a digital round. They had 2 digital rounds here yesterday in the Mondello Park Virtual Race Academy. Really close fought races. They had practice on Friday and they had qualifying and races yesterday, and they had 2 races, and Logan Hoy won 1 and Bobby Joe McFall won the 2nd one. So now they're on track. They were in the digital race, they were in Mini Coopers and they were lapping Mondello Park National Circuit the same as they are doing today. First 2 now making a break. Great footage there of them coming up the hill. Holly Dunyan in 3rd place. Kyle Irvine, another later entry to this championship, joined us at mid-season. Then young Files. 2 very different lines coming out of Southside Motor Factory's corner for Files and Irvine. Files a little bit quicker as a result. Again, he goes to the outside. Irvine sees him coming and holds the inside line. That's where the battle is at the moment. They're side by side now, but Files can't quite get around the outside. Young Jack Files, big accident in Kyrgyzstan, rolled that car earlier in the season and they've rebuilt it beautifully, reshelled it, but it's absolutely beautifully built, that blue car. And he gets a run through Campion Corner. Now he's on the outside for turn 3. Files 3rd gear. These cars are pretty quick in a straight line. Gets right alongside. Almost gets around the outside, but they give each other racing room. Irvine back down the inside. I don't think that's over just yet. Files right into the curb, gets the apex. Irvine a little bit wide. That might make Files a little bit quicker on the way back up the hill. They come back down towards us now into Bridgestone, the off-camber left-hand corner, the first bit of the S's on the Mondello Park National Circuit. Still McFall, Hoy and Dunyan first, 2nd and 3rd. But again, Files is cleaner and tidier through the first bit of the S's. That'll make him quicker through the 2nd bit. He gets the run again up the hill. Irvine sees it coming though. He's got plenty of racecraft. Goes to the inside, back to the outside on the brakes. Down into 2nd gear now. Up over the curb for Files, gets on the power again, slightly different line. He's tidier on the way out, but Irvine is just putting the car where Files needs to be. And again, Files gets that run, goes to the outside. Almost side by side as they go by us, but Files with it all to do. He's piling the pressure on, but he won't get around the outside there, I don't think. He's tucking back in now. Tidier run, and Irvine goes wide and out onto the curb, and Files is going to be quicker again through Campion corner. Indeed he is, and again looks to the outside. Files getting great runs. He's piling on the pressure, isn't he here? Young Jack Files. Oh, he's on the grass. There wasn't much room there. He's not lifting out of it. He's definitely Jonathan Files' son, isn't he? There's no shortage of bravery there from young Jack Files. He was heading for a run around the outside. He's back up the inside there. He's tidier again and gets to the apex. This time he's on the outside heading towards the S's. What a cracking battle between these two young drivers. Files gets a great run. Has he got enough done? I think he possibly has. He locks it inside rear. He gives racing room to Kyle Irvine. It's great to see it. They're side by side through the left. Files should get this done now. Third gear through the right-hander. I think he has. But Irvine not giving up, out over the curves, kicks the back out, keeps the foot in third gear. This is great. Oh, Files is off on the outside. He's gone around. They're both gone off. I'm not sure what happened there out of our view. Well, that was very odd. They were out of shape when they came into view there, but that was looks like the end of a cracking drive for young Files there, and that was the main entertainment in the race. But Files still up there. He's managed to turn it around now up its outside Motor Factor's corner and rejoin. So as they went across the line, it's McFall, Hoy, Dunyan, Irvine, Darcy, Kilfeather up to 5th place. Then it's O'Malley, McNamara and Files. Well, shades of Jonathan Files there. Loads of commitment, loads of pace and loads of entertainment. And it's a shame that one came to an end early on. I'm not sure. I don't think there was contact. Well, although Files' car was at an odd angle when they came back into view, but I'm sure we'll see that. Holly Dunyan's off. Holly Dunyan off down at turn 3. Off into the gravel on the outside. She's managed to keep it going and just gets back on it. She's got enough of a lead from Irvine, that is, next up. Irvine was slowed a lot by that incident. Of course, he had to almost come to a halt, but he still hung on to that place. But he's now pretty much with Holly Dunyan for 3rd place. It could be a podium position. Holly's been on the podium, I think, at every race so far this season. She's a frequent visitor to the podium anyway, Holly Dunyan. First two absolutely miles ahead. Then it's a battle between Dunyan, Irvine and Darcy Kilfeather for 3rd place. Here they come into view now. This is Holly Dunyan in the Energia car, 25. Kyle Irvine right with her, and all the way from the back, Darcy Kilfeather going really nicely, car number 27. Then it's 477 Ben O'Malley, and then 88 Adam McNamara. But these three, this is the battle for a podium place. That's 27, Darcy going nicely. She's moving up next year. She turns 17, so won't be able to race in the Junior Mini Championship next year, but she's going to hang on to the car and have a go in the Future Classics Championship here at Mondello Park, and maybe a few rounds of the Kyrgyzstan R50 Mini Cup as well. So great stuff. But that is where the battle's at. That incident with Files obviously slowed them right down. I think Holly Dunyan's got the pace to inch away from these two. Quick lap last time round for Darcy. She's quicker than everybody except McFall and Hoy out front. 10-2. Although Files is just on a 9-5, so he's slightly quicker than her as well, but she's quicker than Holly. I think, has Holly been in the 9s? She has actually. No, Holly's done a 9 earlier on. Okay, so they're coming back towards us again. McFall pretty much wrapped up the championship. He can close it all down, of course, today, the final round. He's done really well. That car is owned by Mondello Park. He won the scholarship here at Mondello Park. He gets the car for the year, he gets tyres for the year, entries and testing paid for the year, and that scholarship will be opening again shortly. There will be a shootout and an media interview and a few other bits at Mondello Park, so keep an eye on socials. Down the inside comes Darcy. Oh, Irvine leaves the door wide open, but then turns in confidently across her bows, and nothing she could do, but she certainly had a lunge down the inside there. Darcy Kilfeather as they go through Campion corner again. Then it's O'Malley and McNamara are pretty close. There could be a battle there before long. 4 minutes on the clock. Darcy Kilfeather having a real go here at Kyle Irvine. That's where the battle is now. That's her 4th place. I think Holly's eased away a little bit. If we watch, she has in front. There she goes. So Kyle Irvine just holding off Darcy Kilfeather. Yeah, the battle's on between O'Malley and McNamara now. Adam McNamara going nicely, and Files is trying to track them down. He's coming from way back. 9-2, and into the 8th goes Bobby Joe McFall. 108.944 fastest lap. That is a new lap record. That's our first lap record of the day. A new lap record for Bobby Joe McFall in the Mondello Park scholarship car. There he goes. It was 109.135 for David Travers. It's now 108.944 to Bobby Joe McFall. Here comes Holly Dunyan. Kyle Irvine there, and right on Kyle's bumper still is Darcy Kilfeather piling on the pressure. Then this battle between O'Malley and McNamara, they're going to have a real go too, I think, before the end of this one. 3.5 minutes to go. Darcy's down the inside again. She's got it done this time, has she? Oh, Irvine closes the door possibly a little bit late. There was contact there as they head towards Campion now. I'm not sure if he knew she was there, but certainly he turned right into the apex and she was well down the inside. Hard to see, a little bit of a territorial dispute. It's not over just yet, I don't think. Darcy Kilfeather moving around. She's thinking of a look down the inside into turn 3. Haven't seen that one done before. Down to second gear now, looking for a tidy exit. She's down the inside, though. She's got the nose alongside as they do the drag up the hill. Irvine, as he did with Files, just went a little bit wide, and Kilfeather now on the outside. Irvine on the inside, heading down towards Bridgestone Corner. She's later on the brakes, and she's got across the front of him. That's a cracking move. I did say she has come on in leaps and bounds this year. This is a great drive by Darcy Kilfeather at number 27. That puts her up to 4th place, but I don't think Irvine will be done with her just yet. So the ladies doing quite nicely in this one. Holly in 3rd, and Darcy Kilfeather all the way from the back now up to 4th place. She gets a good wide run out of the final corner, carrying the speed as much as she can now down the main straight. Irvine trying to come back at her. She's guarding the inside, though. She's learned so much this year. As we said, no karting experience, came straight in. And I think that's a Jonathan Files built car, and it's run by O'Brien Motorsport, Mickey O'Brien, and Keane, Dundalk-based O'Brien Motorsport team. Files is now tracking down O'Malley and McNamara. This is good stuff. He's got down to a 9.1. He's only a couple of tenths off that lap record. Fastest first sector to him at 35.7. So Jack Files really racy here. This is going to be great, and race 2 going to be even better later on. Darcy Kilfeather getting the hammer down here. She's beginning to get away. She's into the 9s, 109.975 for Darcy. This is great stuff. We haven't seen her drive like this before. We have seen improvement from her, but we haven't seen her drive like this. She's not far off a podium at this stage. And Files has caught O'Malley and McNamara now. It's all action in the Patch Tyre Equipment Junior Mini Championship. How long have we got to go? 1.5 minutes to go. If you enter this championship, you get free test days on the Mondello Park International Loop. You get subsidised entries. They're substantially cheaper than any other class in terms of entries and testing fees. There's a lot of benefits to this. The cars are very cheap to run. They're you can buy some RSA prepared cars. Some people have done, and then upgrade them. Just put the back wing on, put the body kit on, and stuff like that. And Files is down the inside. Darcy Kilfeather goes through. We're still watching the lap timer here. Some very quick times. Jack Files is up a place already. He split the 2 boys, so that puts him up to 7th place. He's going to have a go again, I think, down the inside of Ben O'Malley. Kyle Irvine still trying to track down Darcy Kilfeather. They're both into the 9s. The pace is very strong here, isn't it? 108.944, but that's the only one in the 8s. 109.080 for Logan Hoy in 2nd place. Then Holly Dunyan in 9.2, 9.9 for Darcy, 9.8 for Kyle Irvine. They're still battling on screen. And Jack Files 9.1. Oh, right out over the curbs there is Files hasn't made up that place. He's in a black mini sandwich, isn't he? He's got O'Malley in front and McNamara behind him. Just 30 seconds on the clock. They probably will get another lap, I think. They will. So McFall and Hoy start their final lap. New lap record to McFall in the championship, I think, probably as well. We'll be doing that later on, but I think he probably is the champion. As Files tries to get down the inside on the way out of Southside corner. He's got it done, I think, just about. There's nothing in these cars in a straight line. They're very closely policed, and as we said, they're all got the same championship map on them, and that's downloaded quite regularly at race meetings just to be double checked. He's late on the brakes. Files, he got enough done. Oh, big lock up on the outside. Ben O'Malley trying really hard. He wasn't going to give that one away. Another beautifully prepared car, and Adam McNamara beginning to crowd them both now as they go through Campion corner. Great racing in the Patch Tyre Equipment Junior Minis. So there they go through turn 2 and heading down towards turn 3 now. So that is where the battle is, but Files has got away just a little bit, I think. So there they come up out of turn 3. Checkered flag is ready now on the main straight. Here he comes. It's a new lap record. It's another win, and I think it's probably the championship. An incredible year from the Mondello Park scholarship winner, Bobby Joe McFall. Logan Hoy in 2nd place, keeping him honest all the way to the flag. And who's going to get the final podium position? It's going to be Holly. Holly's always on the podium. She's got away from that group behind. Great stuff from Holly, and I think possibly the drive of the day in this class so far has got to be Darcy Kilfeather. There she goes. That is an incredible performance from her. And Kyle Irvine is still right with her. Then Jack Files, great recovery drive, and I think he'll be in the mix in race 2. Watch that blue car in race 2 later on. And then it's Ben O'Malley and Adam McNamara pretty much welded together. So fantastic dices all the way down through the junior mini class there. Great to see it. If you want to go racing and you're 14 to 16 years old, have a look on ICCR.ie classes, then click on junior mini and then go racing. Click the button, go racing. It'll tell you what to do, how to get your license and what you need, because there's a lot of talent on that grid. McFall, Hoy, Dunyan, Kilfeather, Irvine, Files, O'Malley and McNamara. Well, there we are, our ICCR statistician and many other roles. Drew Furlong is with me and he's done the points, and our new champion is Bobby Joe McFall. 187 points on dropped scores. Logan Hoy, despite missing the start of the season, second so far on 150. Holly Dunyan on 110. And, oh no, a bit more for Holly, sorry. Let's have a look at that. 124, so Holly could still move up. We'll have a look at it anyway after race 2. But Bobby Joe McFall is the new champion, the second champion ever in this race. He's been absolutely superb. When he won the scholarship, the Mondello Park instructors were so impressed with him and his driving on track. And he's been a great addition to the class. His dad has been helping everyone else as well. Just good people and very, very quick. We will follow his career with great interest. But great stuff from Bobby Joe McFall. So next up is the Siltec Safety, the West Dublin-based branded clothing and safety wear supplier, Fiesta Zetec Championship. It's the biggest class in Mondello Park, the biggest class in the ICCR at every race meeting this year. It's incredibly well supported. They're budget tin tops. If you want to go tin top racing on a budget, you'll get out of this class pretty cheaply. You won't win in it pretty easily though, because there's a lot of talent at the front of the grid. It's very, very, very competitive. Make no mistake. Today is Championship Decider Day, and a cat has been thrown in the pigeons because Alex Denning, the GT4 European GT4 racer, has jumped into the Graham Colfer Autos car of Emma Dempsey and stuck it on pole position, and alongside him another parachute entry, and they are both registered for the championship because you have to be to race in this class. Rob Barrable, one of the quickest drivers in the paddock, a very quick rally driver. He's won in many, many, many different cars, Formula Ford 1600, Leinster Trophy. He's won in pretty much anything he's sat into. He's been winning in Legends in the UK just for a bit of fun lately, and still rallies, top-level rally driver. Then his dad, Michael Barrable, who's leading the championship, the third car there, the mbmotors.ie, another massively experienced driver. Then one of the quick rookies is Dave McGuire, Keith Dawson, and it's McGovern, Sean McGovern, Alan Dawson second in the championship moment. Jason O'Connell has already won the rookie championship. James Byrne, Ian Fishburne, Derek Graham, Josh Brown, Mick Keogh, Kelsey Kirby, Ulick Burke, Eduardo Gonzaga, Lorgan McGivney, Adam O'Mahony, Cole McLaughlin, Phil Lawless, Stephen Cullinan, Michael McCardle, Evan Harding, Steve Martin and Keith Lenihan. So capacity grid as ever for the 1250cc Fiesta Zetecs. They're somewhere around 80 brake horsepower these cars produce. You can buy a car that needs work for $2.5 or $3 grand. Some of the top front-running cars can go for a lot more than that. But the essentials are the same. You 3-door or 5-door Fiesta Zetec. And you put in, they run a KYB shock, which is the same spec as a Ford shock. The shocks are very inexpensive. They're 250 quid maybe for the 4 shocks. They run a Nankang tire, which is like a track day tire. Run standard Fiesta alloys. And beyond that, you can skim the head a little bit to the championship spec, and beyond that, nothing. You can put in your safety gear, your seat, your belts, your extinguisher, and your bonnet pins, and very little else. So they're pretty much standard cars. They don't have racing shock absorbers. They have a lowering spring, so the cars are a little bit stiffer than a road car, but not much, as you can see. Look at the body roll there as they're moving around to try and get heated to those tires. So very, very popular class. It's been almost 10 years now running at Mondello Park, and it gets stronger every year. They also have a 6-hour race. It's coming up on the 5th of November. If you've got either 3 or 4 mates and you can get hold of one of these cars, you can do that race. It's an endurance race. It starts at midday and it finishes in the dark at 6 p.m. It's always an incredibly exciting race. Pit strategies and everything come into play, and that one, it's well worth having a look at doing. It's great for team building as well, or if you want to fall out with your mates, you can do it. It can be pressurized enough, but that's worth watching. Most of these guys will be out in that race. You'll also get Tommy Byrne is supposed to be coming over. David Kennedy, another ex-Formula 1 driver, is involved in the running of Mondello Park. Talk of Michael Fassbender doing it this year. We'll believe that when we see it, but he is on the provisional entry list, so Michael Fassbender could be coming to Mondello Park on the 5th of November to race in the Fiesta Zetec Championship. So they're lining up at Denning on pole position. Kevin Doran is down there signalling to Keith Rabbit. He's been running that car, the Rapco car, for Keith Rabbit. Keith Rabbit always highly, highly entertaining. So it's Paul O'Brien there who runs the Legends. He also runs Michael Barrable, helps him out. So Denning on pole position. We're not expecting him to make any mistakes here. And Rob Barrable surely will try and help his dad towards the title. He's already 10 points clear in this one, so he just needs a good, strong finish. Whereas Alan Dawson at the top of your screen there has a little bit of work to do, back in 8th position. So he's got Keith Dawson, we're just ahead of him. So again, they'll be working in pairs in this one. We can expect lots of tactics. Yellow flag being waved, not sure why. Okay, well, away they go. Denning makes a cracker of a start, as does Michael Barrable. I'd say he's going to get by Robin up into 2nd place here as they go down towards turn 1. Rob Barrable's coming back strongly on the outside. Michael on the inside. Rob's certainly not going to turn in on his dad. He doesn't, and around they go. But Dave McGuire trying to get through as well. There's a car stalled. Is that O'Mahony, I think, is stalled on the start line, 47. There he goes. They should be able to start that car. They're going to give it a quick push, perhaps, as they go through Campion corner. It's Denning, Barrable, McGuire. So the Barrables have done it to perfection. They have swapped places already. Michael Barrable in 2nd place. Look at Dave McGuire closing in on Rob Barrable. Rob Barrable down the inside. Rob has been around the block many, many times. Then it's Keith Rabbit, Keith Dawson, Sean McGovern, Alan Dawson side by side with, I'm not sure who that was as they went out of view. Ulick Burke in the mix there, Phil Lawless too. Alex Denning locks the inside rear wheel. He'll be going for the lap record here today. The track is in perfect condition. It's plenty cold, so the engines will be producing top brake horsepower. The engine is a 110.4, which Owen Murray did in the dark with one headlight at the end of the 6-hour race somehow at the end of last year. So 110.459 is what they're going to be looking for here. Come out onto Main Straight, and Keith Rabbit and Keith Dawson now beginning to elbow each other, and Rabbit gets an armful of opposite lock as he closes the door on Dawson there on the Main Straight. Rabbit goes to the inside to go defensive. Keith Dawson with the bumper right in there. It's getting a little bit fraught. McGovern finds himself bundled out to the outside. Alan Dawson trying to go around the outside of Campion corner now as they stream through. It's Denning in front, Michael Barrable and Rob Barrable. It's all going to the Barrables' plan at the moment. They've won many, many championships, and I'm sure they're looking likely for another one. It's early in the day though, and of course the top 6 get reversed for race 2. So Alan Dawson's best option here, he's down in 8th place, is to try and get up to 6th, and then he will have pole position for race 2. But let's see how that one goes as Derek Graham comes through the grid just a little bit, all the rest coming through. We'll see what the lap times are down here. Denning not streaking away as we suspected he might, but then he was only on pole by a 1/10 of a second. So Rob Barrable and Michael Barrable still have plenty of pace. Keith Dawson right out over the curb, so is McGovern, not lifting at all as they charge through the 2nd bit of the S's. Everyone having a look down the inside. Big lock-up for Keith Dawson as he tries to get by Keith Rabbit, but Rabbit in full defensive mode here. He'd be very hard to get by. McGovern gets shoveled out a little bit, closes the door. It's Alan Dawson with him now. They're side by side on the Main Straight. Dawson just pulling up beside him. So 10-6, they're not near lap record pace yet. Well, they are a couple of tenths off it, but they're not on it just yet. Let's see how that one goes. A 10.687 is fastest lap for Alex Denning. So 2 tenths off the lap record, but that's his first flying lap. So let's keep an eye on that one as it progresses. Down at turn 3, and Michael Barrable seems to be able to sit with Denning out front. Still Keith Dawson not letting Keith Rabbit holding back Keith Dawson there. Good battle between those two, the two Keiths. They're interlocked as they come down into the S's. Alan Dawson still hasn't got by McGovern in the background there. There's the Rapco car, Keith Rabbit, always worth watching, massively spectacular. Gone very wide at the first bit of the S's, and any other car that would slow you down, but you seem to be able to do it in a Zetec. And again, he goes defensive as Keith Dawson tries to get down the inside. Dawson back to the outside. Down the outside and a big lockup. He tries to sit around the outside. It doesn't work. He switches back to the inside. He could have it done this time on the main straight. No, Rabbit carries enough speed around the outside. And Michael Barrable is, if anything, is closing down Alex Denning. Fastest lap to Michael Barrable, 1:10.622. He's got Rob Barrable behind him, so no danger there. As they come down to turn one, that's McGuire, Rabbit, Dawson, McGovern, Alan Dawson. Then it's Fish Graphics, isn't it? It's Ian Fishburne. Then the top rookie, Jason O'Connell, James Byrne, Mick Keogh, Derek Graham, Eduardo Gonzaga, Kelsey Kirby at 15th, Lorcan McGivney 16th, Ulick Burktack at 17th. We're not used to seeing that. Then Cole McLaughlin, Stephen Cullinan, Philip Lawless, Mick McCardle, Steve Martin, Keith Lenihan. We're missing Adam O'Mahony and Evan Harding from this one. So there's the Keith Rabbit train coming up from turn 3. Fishburne and O'Connell getting it on there just behind that train. And now Denning locking the inside front wheel, or rear wheel. I think he's got away a little bit. He has got away a little bit in this one. This lap time could be interesting. He only needs a couple of tenths more and he'll have a new lap record here. Right out to the outside. Using the curb on the way out of the S's there, Alex Denning. Hard on the brakes. Every inch of tarmac being used there in the braking area. Gets it turned in. Barrable slows them down though again. Barrable very quick out of the S's and on the run up to the final corner. And that gap that he appeared to have coming into the S's is not as big as it was. But let's have a look when he goes by. No, didn't go any quicker that time round. 10.647, but Barrable still 10.622. His fastest lap, 10.6 for Rob Barrable as well. Top 8 cars, all in the 10s. So we will have a look at the championship positions after that. Drew is on the case downstairs, but it's looking very good. Their lap times we're looking at, they're not fastest lap times. That's the last lap time you're looking at there on the left-hand side of the screen. So Denning clipping that inside curve. He does get away. He must be very quick through turn 3. He looks like he's got a good gap as they come back towards us. Barrable closes that down. Michael Barrable closes that down as they come to the S's here. The brakes, very different lines being used by all three, the first 3 cars. These cars are over-tired. They've got a lot of grip, these Fiestas, and you can pretty much fling them in and you don't lose time. You can take different lines and you don't lose time. There can be a little bit of a trick to getting a quick lap out of one of them as a result. So 1, 2, 3, 4, not fighting at all. Oh, Keith Rabbit with a jab of the handbrake. He's famous for this. I'm not sure why, but it's good to watch, I suppose. He gets it sideways, gets out of shape, and still manages to hang on. I thought they would have got a run on him surely there, but no. The Rapco car still hangs on because they come out of Southside and down onto the main straight. And he's leaving the door wide open, almost inviting Dawson to have a go down the inside. 10.587 for Denning. He's just a tenth off the lap record now. Alex Denning leading by 0.6 of a second as they go through the Campion corner again and out towards turn 3. So 10.587. Owen Murray's record is 10.459. So just a tenth off it. First 4 now pulling away. Oh, Keith Dawson, a little rub for Keith Rabbit there, just at the second apex of turn 3. There's Josh Brown, second rookie, and not far from Jason O'Connell. He's been very strong since he joined the championship. That's the white car with the green stripe on it. Josh Brown, he's in 11th place overall. He's the second rookie. Lorcan McGivney is 3rd in the rookies. Stephen Cullinan is 4th, and Michael McCardle is 5th. So that's your rookie standings at the moment. First 4 together again. In fact, McGuire a little bit closer perhaps to Rob Barrable, but they're all being quite sensible here. Not so much in the train behind. Keith Dawson again as he got the nose up the inside. No, Rabbit just carries that speed around the outside and then heads across to the pit wall. So there's no chance of anybody getting by. And 1, 2, 3, 4 cars absolutely together now as they go by. Fastest lap, Dave McGuire, 1:10.525. Well, they're hovering around the lap record, but they haven't smashed it just yet. So McGuire does it that time round, 1:10.525. He's been a great addition to this class. David McGuire Jr., he runs with LOH Motorsports, and he's been very, very quick all year. Himself and young McGovern have been the 2 young guns in this class. Oh, and sideways, sideways, sideways. Keith Dawson into the back of Keith Rabbit, who obviously hangs onto it because it's Keith Rabbit, but that cost himself a little bit of time. He's gone sideways, he's dropped back. He's allowed McGovern through, and he's allowed Alan Dawson through. So it's not working out really for the Dawsons at this stage. They worked it very well the last time here. Very good teamwork at the last ICCR meeting, but it's just not happening for them in race 1. But let's see where that puts them when they go by. Oh, and Dave Maguire now having a go at Rob Barrable. There's no way Rob is going to let him by without a big fight. He wants to protect his dad up front, and Maguire tries to get the nose up the inside, but Dave Maguire's decided it's time he woke up and had a go here. He knows he's got a bit of pace as they go by us. Denning, Michael Barrable, Robert Barrable and Dave Maguire absolutely together now, and that's dropped them right back already. Once again, Rob Barrable goes defensive down into turn 1. Maguire high and wide around the outside of the JMC car, tries to get up the inside again, but that'll be the outside for Campion corner, and Robert Barrable will leave him on the outside there as they go by. So Alan Dawson is 7th. He needs to get by one more car if he's going to get that pole position for race 2. Currently, pole position for race 2 would be Sean McGovern. Sean will be well aware of that. Very good little driver. He's very quick. He's been good all year. He's had a couple of wins, and he'll know exactly where he is and where he needs to be, as indeed will Keith Rabbit. Keith might hand that place over at the last lap just to get it, but he'd still be on the front row, Keith Rabbit, which would be a recipe for entertainment at the very least. Michael Barrable has closed down Denning again, I think, just a smidge in that battle for the lead. It's 0.6 is all it's been all the way through the race. Denning beginning to look a little bit, I'm not sure whether he's trying for the lap record or he's just the tires are going off a little bit, but certainly out onto the curb on the exit of the S's that time round. Once again, Maguire trying to be super smooth and get a run on Rob Barrable. He's got his fog light on. I'm not sure whether that'll help. Look at this in the background. Oh, they're beginning to get a bit physical. Alan Dawson, there's contact there between Dawson and McGovern. Wing mirrors are gone already, so not sure what happened there, but Alan Dawson has passed, looks like he's passed 2 cars, but he's missing a wing mirror as they head back down towards us. McGovern goes as late as he can on the brakes, tries to sit around the outside, can't do it, so where's Keith Rabbit gone in this equation? Still. So through Campion corner again, and Alan Dawson it is now with McGovern trying to get back at him, and McGovern gets down the inside. Dawson left the door wide open there on the way down towards turn 2. That's unusual. It's not, you really have to go in there to get an apex, but he didn't. And McGovern down the inside. Keith Dawson trying to go with him, or well, actually maybe they were slowing each other down, but now O'Mahony's got a run and Keith Dawson is defending the back of Alan Dawson. This is great stuff. We thought this would happen, this teams helping each other here, and that's normal in motorsports. There's nothing wrong with it, but Alan Dawson now trying to attack the car in front and Keith Dawson defending him, but Jason O'Connell has incredible pace. He's a rookie, his first ever year racing with us here at Mondello Park, and he's had an outright win, never mind the fact that he's already won the Zetecs rookie title. But yeah, so this is it's all changed now, hasn't it, as they come out of the final corner. So it's Denning, Barrable, Rob Barrable, Dave Maguire. Then it's McGovern who's back up that place again. So that puts McGovern 5th and Dawson 6th. So Dawson currently will have pole position for the next race, and Keith Dawson will staunchly defend that from behind. So it is beginning to come back in together a little bit for the Dawsons now as they head out of turn 1. Sean McGovern holding them off through Campion corner, heading down towards turn 3. It's Denning, Barrable, Maguire, McGovern, Alan Dawson, Keith Dawson and Jason O'Connell going through picture there. Alex Denning cocking the inside rear wheel again. Had a tough season this year in his GT4 debut, but showed incredible pace. He had a one-off lap in Spa after a red flag, one go in qualifying, and managed to stick it on the front row of the grid in his elite motorsport McLaren. He works very hard outside the car as well, so Alex Denning doing really nicely in that championship. Did show his pace at the end of the year, which was very important. Got a couple of podiums in the last. So Denning now leading from Barrable, Rob Barrable in 3rd, Maguire, McGovern, Alan Dawson, Keith Dawson, Jason O'Connell, Keith Rabbit and Ian Fishburne. There they are side by side across the line, now beginning to crowd each other just a little bit. There's more of that going on behind them as well. There's another battle, so look at this, it's McGovern, Alan Dawson looking around the outside, Keith Dawson surely not going to have a go. Jason O'Connell is the danger man here on the back of that train. He's got good pace and he's trying to get by. Gets a good run through Campion corner now. Alan Dawson getting alongside, but doesn't get it done. It's McGovern, Alan Dawson, Keith Dawson now heading down into turn 3. Big crowd coming up. That's Keith Rabbit having dropped back into the pack. So big scrabbling pack coming up towards us there. That's Ulick Burke all on his own. Ulick in bother with that car. He'd normally be a front rower. We would have expected him to be up there with Denning, the Barrables, etc. But not today for him. So the leader's coming down to start another lap. Alex Denning now giving a thumbs up to the pit board. Checkered flag is prepared. It's ready. And he's weaving from left to right. Alex Denning takes the win. Barrable 2nd. Rob Barrable, Dave Maguire. Who's it going to be next up? It's going to be Sean McGovern, and Alan Dawson takes 6th, and as a result will start the next race from pole position. Then Keith Dawson, Jason O'Connell, Keith Rabbit, Ian Fishburne, James Byrne, Derek Graham, Josh Brown. Actually, Derek Graham, James Byrne, Eduardo Gonzaga, Kelsey Kirby, Mick Keogh, Ulick Burke, Lorcan McGivney, Cole McLaughlin, Stephen Cullinan just getting ahead of Mick McCardle there on the run to the flag. Good race between those two guys. The novices having a real go. Then it's Steve Martin, who we know from ICCC, and he's just holding off. Who's that? Is that Josh Brown? It is Josh Brown. Whatever happened, he was way up there. So that means that the winner in that race of the rookies is Jason O'Connell, Josh Brown 2nd, and Lorcan McGivney 3rd. So there's your official result. Alex Denning takes the win, Michael Barrable 2nd, Robert Barrable 3rd, Dave Maguire 4th, Sean McGovern 5th, Alan Dawson 6th and pole for race 2, Keith Dawson, Jason O'Connell, Keith Rabbit, and Ian Fishburne rounding out the top 10. So there you go. That's the Fiesta Zetecs. Great battle, and I think the second race there might be a little bit more fraught with the championship up in the air, but certainly if you want to get into saloon car racing, you could do worse than starting with the Fiesta Zetec Championship. If you want to find out more about that, ICCR.ie, Irish Championship Circuit Racing. So ICCR.ie, click on classes, click on Fiesta Zetec, it'll give you the specs, the rough prices for starting a car, and you can click on Go Racing. It'll tell you what you got to do to get your license. First thing to do is ring Motorsport Ireland or email them and get yourself a starter pack, and then you do your race driver course here at Mondello Park. You get your first racing license. So a lot of people use the Zetecs. That's why the rookie championship has been so strong. A lot of people in their first year will come into that class, and you can buy a car that needs a few upgrades pretty cheaply, and you can work away on it and gradually add more bits or freshen it up and move your way towards the front. So a little bit of oil down from that O'Mahony car, unfortunately. That car that didn't get away. So the Mondello Park crew there just putting some cement dust down, soaks up the oil, and they brush it off the track. A time-proven way of clearing that off the track.
keep on, rev it up, go there, go. One right, immediately followed by a 5 right. Keep it lit. Come on, keep on. Come on, keep going.
Continental Tires, Irish Compact Car of the Year 2023. Speaks for itself. The new Opel Astra.
Welcome to Mondello Park, more than just a racetrack.
We have conferencing facilities for up to 200 people.
We can provide a wide range of fresh, locally produced food, from soup and sandwiches all the way up to a full 5-course meal.
Test your team to work together in a series of racing challenges against the clock in our state-of-the-art driving simulators.
Or if you want to try the real thing, jump behind the wheel of one of our many supercars.
Test your team with our wide variety of non-driving team-building challenges. Or beat the clock in our exhilarating Auto Test Challenge. Mondello Park, so much more than just a racetrack.
Square left onto loop. That's good. Good drive. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Rev it up, rev it up. George, go, go, go. One right, immediately followed by a 5 right. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. Come on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Come on, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going.
So we're back, and it's the Bill Griffin Motors Irish Strikers next up. The Dublin's biggest used car supermarket just off the N7. Bill Griffin Motors, very much involved in Mondello Park for years. Bill races himself. Dave Griffin, really quick driver, son, involved in the running of the business, and sometimes comes out for a play in these Strikers, and often comes out in a historic Crosley. Does all the winning at the historic festival, wins the big trophies. So great bunch, and always good fun when they're down here at Mondello Park. So great to see them putting something back in and sponsoring these Irish Strikers. Strikers class built based Silva Striker was the car originally, based on the Lotus 7 theme, I suppose. A Ford based engine, front engine, rear wheel drive, lightweight bodywork. Great fun to drive. They've developed a lot. When they arrived at Mondello Park first, they had a CVH, an XR2 engine, 1600cc, and they've moved well on from there. They now have sticky tyres, Nankang tyres on them. They've got a Zetec engine. They've got a Quaife limited slip differential, and they're very, very quick. They've been round under the minute a couple of times. Michael Cullen is the man who's been doing all the winning this year in the Beacon Hospital car, and he's on the front row. He's got his son Victor Cullen beside him. Victor again has come on in leaps and bounds, and qualifying on the front row is not easy in Strikers. That's where the two cars are. These two cars prepared by Kevin O'Hara's LOH Motorsport team. Luke O'Hara, of course, very much involved in the prepping of cars for many years, and Kevin pretty much running the business now. John O'Hara involved too, and he's got business interests in motorsport out in Asia as well. So a great family steeped in motorsport. A lot of championships, and looking like they're heading towards two more possibly today with Michael Cullen. Fiesta STs and Irish Strikers coming down to the grid now is Michael Cullen. The car is absolutely immaculate, as we've come to expect from the LOH Motorsport team. They're not too far from us here at Mondello Park. Niall McFadden's gone well in third place. Then Des Bruton. Des makes no allowances for age. He's very, very quick, and he's a hard racer. Then it's Roger Welleretna, Dominic Ryan, Colin Marnane, Willie Flaherty, Dara Evans, a new name to us, and Des Meehan. Almost ready to go. Watch Victor give Michael the squeeze if he gets the jump off the line. He loves this. The car is angled to the way he does get the jump. Victor's ahead. He's surely going to shut the door. Slow gear shift into second though. It doesn't close the door on Dad. He must have been told maybe not today, Victor. Today wouldn't be the day to do it because there's championships to be decided as they head down towards turn one. Michael Cullen has just about hung on. Victor will no doubt tell Michael that he allowed him to do that as they head towards Campion Corner for the first time, and it's an LOH 1-2 in the Irish Strikers. Michael Cullen pretty much he certainly has one paw on the Stryker Championship, and I'll doubt he'll have two by the end of this race. He's been at the top of his game this year. He's gelled superbly with the LOH Motorsport team. He loves working with them, and the cars have been spot on. So he's done a lot of winning. He's in one of the top winners in the Autosport British and Irish driver standings at the moment, because he's won a few races in the UK as well. He does a lot of racing. Michael says he races anything he can, whenever he can. It looks like Des Bruton is ahead of Niall McFadden next up as they go by, so we'll name check them when they go by. Oh, great coverage of them coming out of the S's there. They're a bit skittish, these cars. They move around. Yeah, they're pretty lively, and they're great fun to drive. The drivers absolutely love them. Michael Cullen with a cracking first lap. He's left Victor, hasn't he? And Victor, it's just ahead of Des Bruton, and then it's McFadden. Then it's Roger Welleretna with the new colour scheme. Then it's Dominic Ryan, Colin Marnane, Willie Flaherty, Des Meehan, and Dara Evans as they go through. That is Welleretna around the outside with the new orange bodywork. It looks very Andy Dalton-esque as he goes through turn two, but it's been driven far more smoothly. You know, Andy won't like that, but Andy Dalton not out there, unfortunately. He's away, I think. He didn't make this one, but Andy's always right in the mix and gives us great entertainment. Last of the late breakers, always in this class. Never that bothered about qualifying, but always goes well in the race. Roger Welleretna going nicely now. Willie Flaherty going well, but he just went a bit wide. I think perhaps in the background we saw that white car just heading a little bit wide. Already the LOH car is way out in front. The gap between Michael and Victor was 1.5 seconds at the end of lap one, and another 1.4 back to Des Bruton. Victor, no problem for him in second, but Victor's car juddering around a little bit there on the brakes. In fact, a few of them are a little bit bumpy perhaps in the braking area. That's where the battle is, isn't it? It's Des Bruton, Niall McFadden, Roger Wellaretna, then Dominic Ryan and Colin Murnane together. Colin Murnane going nicely. Good to see him back out in the red and black car. He's down the outside of the brakes there, looking to sweep around the outside 97. Tucks back in, tries to get a better exit. Does get a better exit because Dominic Ryan gets an armful of opposite lock. An easy thing to do in these Strikers. Plenty of power and they're very, very light. So you can hang the tail out at will if you want to. Michael Cullen not doing that just now. 1 minute, 0.849 for Michael Cullen. Let's see what the lap record is for Irish Strikers. It's Michael Cullen and it's 1 minute, 0.353. So he's half a second off his own lap record. He doesn't need a lap record today. He wants to win these titles. Michael Cullen, what a story. He did his first ever race at Mondello Park 40 years ago this year in a Super Sport Fiesta. He came 4th place, right on his dad Des's bumper, and he says if Des really loved him he would have let him by, but that's not true, of course. And then 30 years ago in 1993 Michael Cullen won the Fiat Uno Cup. He won the 205 GTI Championship, he won the Dunlop Saloon Car Championship, and he won the overall Sexton Trophy. 4 championships in 1 year. That's 30 years ago this year, and it looks like he is now going to win 2 championships today at Mondello Park as well. Wellaretna gets by McFadden on the main straight now as they go under the BMW bridge and head down towards turn 1. The order is Michael Cullen, Victor Cullen, Roger Wellaretna, Niall McFadden, Des Bruton, Dominic Ryan, Colin Murnane, Des Meehan, Willie Flaherty and Dara Evans. But this is where the battle is. Wellaretna under big pressure now from Niall McFadden for 3rd place. Final spot on the podium as they head down towards turn 3. Those times on the left are not necessarily the fastest lap. They're the last lap they've just done. So their lap time's just coming up on the left-hand side there. Michael Cullen quickest with a 1 minute, 0.612. He's getting close. What did we say it was? 1 minute, 3.353 is the lap record. Maybe he'll take the lap record. It's the day for it, isn't it? Everybody's been on lap record pace. Bobby Joe smashed the mini lap record earlier. One of the boss cars was way under the record, and Alex Denning was quite close to Owen Murray's record. Cullen goes through miles ahead of anybody else. Michael Cullen, 1 minute, 0.6 that time. Victor next up, but look at this. Roger Wellaretna, big pressure from the Murray Motorsport car of Niall McFadden now behind him. Like Michael Cullen, McFadden does a lot of historic racing in the UK. He's very much involved in Goodwood. I think he's a governor of Goodwood as well, so he's got a lovely collection of historic motor cars. McFadden, he's currently in 4th place, trying to get 3rd from Roger Wellaretna. Drop back just a little bit, as I say it, down at turn 1 somewhere. He was right on the back of Wellaretna's car. Looking at the main straight, the speeds on the main straight. Who have we got fastest? It's Roger Wellaretna, 148.3. Fastest is a 49.5. Who's that to? It's just clearing. We'll get them again when they go through next time round. So 6 minutes 53 still to go on this one. There's Michael Cullen going by his Beacon Hospital signage in his Beacon Hospital car as he heads down towards turn 1. Oh, he's pushing hard, isn't he? You can see him working at the wheel there. That's the beauty of these Strikers. You can see the driver's elbows, arms, wrists, everything. And Michael Cullen was hustling that little car down into turn 1. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. He does. 1 minute, 0.531. He's getting closer to his own lap record. Michael Cullen, a couple of... That's why he's hustling the car. I bet you he's watching his little solo lap timer down there going, I'd love a lap record today. If I'm going to wrap up the championship and take a win, I'll try and take my own lap record too. And he's very, very close and way ahead of anyone else. 8.6 seconds up the road, Michael Cullen. And as we saw in that last shot, he's pushing it. Let's watch him around this lap. There he goes through the S's. He'll come out of the S's now and up towards the final corner. Here he comes. Look at that. Right out to the curbs. You don't see Michael Cullen doing that. He's usually silky smooth. This is like a qualifying lap. Hard on the brakes. Look, flicks the car in. Getting on the power really early. He's working away at the wheel. Look at that. Just balancing the car right out to the white line. This is perfection. Let's watch the lap time. It's got to be a quick one. I didn't see a mistake around that lap as he goes through. No, same again, 1 minute, 0.5. So he's matched, pretty much matched it. He's a bit smoother down into turn 1. Here comes Victor. He's safe in 2nd place. 2.358 for Victor, almost matching his best as they go by. They're not like the saloon cars. They don't really overheat the tires mid-race. They can do them by the end of the race, but they haven't got that much weight in them. That's really what kills the tires on a saloon car. Colin Murnane's got ahead of a couple of cars there. He's going nicely. He's up to 5th place, Colin Murnane. That's up 2 or 3 places. He's got ahead of Ryan, Des Bruton. Des being back in 8th place. Des normally further up than that. Willie Flaherty and Dara Evans still circulating to Evans in only his 2nd race meeting. That's Wellaretna again. Coming back towards us in the newly liveried orange and black car. I wonder has he borrowed Andy Dalton's bodywork actually? Or maybe he's just copied the colour scheme. I'm no doubt I'll be told before the end of the day as he heads through the left and right of the S's. Oh, a minute point 453. He's taken another 10th off, but he hasn't quite managed his lap record yet. You can almost see the facial expression under that helmet, can't you? Teeth gritted, he's having a real go. Look at the car bouncing on the approach to Campion corner there. Michael Cullen's really trying. Great to watch it here on TV. Really having a go. You can tell by the body language of the car how hard he's pushing down to turn 3. Quick lift and then flat out through the first apex, hard on the brakes, down a gear, right at the apex there, then all the road on the way back up. He's done it many, many times. 40 years he's racing at Mondello Park, hasn't lost any of his speed. 1 minute point 453 last time round, just 1/10 of a second off the lap record for the beautiful Beacon Hospital car. These cars are always so well prepared. Any car that LOH, V's is what they made their name in here, really, I suppose. Well, in latter years, Luke, of course, has had many, many cars, but they prepared V's and ran V's very successfully, and the cars are always absolutely immaculate. They've restored some vintage race cars as well. So the standard of presentation is always up there as Michael Cullen goes through again. No, a minute point 6. He's back out by a few tenths that time round. I wonder will he ease off just a little bit. It certainly doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going to put a lap on somebody here. That's Marnane, has dropped to the back. I was just saying he was going so well. So Colin Marnane was in 5th place and he's right back down in 10th now, and looks like he's going to be lapped by Michael Cullen in this one. So he must have had a quick spin somewhere with 3 minutes to go in this. Again, Michael Cullen still pushing hard, coming back towards the main arena now. The adverse camber left-hand corner, the start of the S's. Always a tricky corner. If it's anyway greasy at all, it can just pull you into the gravel trap there. Oh, look at him on the steering wheel again, just correcting it as he gets on the bar. And then as smooth as he can, right out to the outside. He's catching 2 cars. That's Marnan and Dara Evans. So a little bit of traffic in his way. The car just dancing around on the brakes there on the way into Southside Motor Factory's corner. Beautifully balanced on the way out. Just under 3 minutes to go. This could be his last chance to get it because he's going to get a bit of traffic next time around. There we go, 353. Let's have a quick look. I don't believe it. He's matched it to 1,000th of a second. Michael Cullen has equalled his own lap record as around goes Dara Evans. Michael Cullen avoids him. Absolutely incredible stuff. 1 minute point 353. Michael Cullen has matched his own lap record. Hasn't managed to beat it, but he's matched it as he slices by Colin Marnane down into turn 3. Oh, and he's just balancing the car on the throttle beautifully on the way back up the hill there. So the order now is Michael Cullen, Victor Cullen, Roger Welleretna in 3rd, and he's still not clear. McFadden just 7/10 in it. Then Dominic Ryan is in 5th, Des Bruton 6th, Des Meehan is 7th, Willie Flaherty is 8th. Then it's Marnane will be ahead of Dara Evans next time they come around because Evans had a quick spin on the exit of turn 1. Here's Michael Cullen again, working very hard at the wheel on the turn in there. Looks composed on the exit, but he had traffic on this lap, so it certainly won't be a lap record. I don't think it'll be a lap record lap. No, a minute point 8, half a second off his best. 1 minute 42 to go. He'll get one more lap after this one, I suspect. A little bit sideways there on the exit of turn 1, but still has a place to perfection for Campion Corner, turn 2, named after the late John Campion, an Irish-American who supported many, many drivers through his initiative to help Irish drivers on the world stage, CJJ Motorsport. And John remembered fondly here at Mondello Park. Brought his Formula 1 Guinness March back here in 2019 and drove the car himself, even though he wasn't in perfect health. So always a great entertainer, John Campion. If he's watching this, he'll be enjoying it. Through the left and through the right. Right into the outside for Michael Cullen again. Inch perfect every time. Hard on the brakes. I think he might. Has he eased off a little bit? He certainly doesn't look as frantic as he did earlier. Maybe it'll be quicker. Who knows? It's on the way out of the final corner. This is a clear lap. 1 minute point 353 was his best. No, 1 minute point 670. Just way quicker than anybody else. Quick lap by McFadden there at 62 dead. His personal best last time round. That's as he closes down Welleretna at 0.6 of a second. There we go. This is the battle in the closing stages, going on to their last lap. Welleretna just ahead now of McFadden, who just did his quickest lap as they go by. In fact, they both just did their quickest lap now. And into the 61s is Niall McFadden, 61.9. He'd be happy with that in the Market Bar car. And he really is giving the work over now through Campion Corner. to Roger Welleretna. Those two have been welded together for the entire race. They can't stay with the Cullens, but they're certainly scrapping here, and I don't think McFadden has given up just yet as they go down through turn 2. Turn 3, I should say, double apex right-hander. They've got a car in their way. It's Dara Evans, the novice. He stayed out of their way, stays to the left. They both blast by on the right-hand side. Here's Michael Cullen, and here's the checkered flag. He takes the checkered flag, and I think the Stryker Championship, the Bill Griffin Motors Stryker Championship, who's going to be third? Victor Cullen will take second place. Beautiful drive from Victor. That's Marnane. He's a lap down and must have had a spin because he was going very nice. There's Victor. But who's going to take this next place? In fact, are we missing McFadden? We are. He's going slowly. Niall McFadden is crawling as there's Victor takes second place. A good drive from Welleretna. He's going to complete the podium in third. But where's Niall McFadden? Watch the top of your screen. There he is. Oh, we won't be happy about that one. He's slowing down on the last lap. He was mounting a challenge there, but going very... He could almost have a chat with his pit crew. Hand in the air. It's obviously a problem there. Hopefully he'll get to the finish line. I think he should. But I wonder, is it a drive issue? He's dropping places, hand over fist. And he's going to drop another one here as Des Bruton goes by. Hand in the air. Should be able to pull in there at the end of the pit lane. The engine's still running. It looks like he's lost drive. Well, that's a shame, but it still brings it home in 6th place. But Michael Cullen takes the win and almost, well, equals his own lap record. He'll be happy enough with that. And I think that should be the Stryker Championship done and dusted. Here's your official results. Michael Cullen takes the win. His son Victor Cullen in second. Roger Welleretna, a great run to take third place and complete the podium. Then it's Dominic Ryan, Des Bruton, Niall McFadden, Willie Flaherty, Colin Marnane, Dara Evans and Des Meehan. Great stuff from the Bill Griffin Motors Irish Strikers. So, great entertainment. Just 3 races down. We did say this morning when I did the intro it was going to be a great day's racing. Well, I wasn't wrong, and there's more to come, and there's better stuff to come, because those guys are all back out on track again. But we haven't seen, say, at Supercup. We haven't seen Formula Boss Ireland. Legends are going to be out on track. There's some more racing to come. We're going to take a break now. Just under an hour's time, we'll be back live here from the ICCR at Mondello Park. Join us then.